Now, I want to give you another update on the Lexapro front. Basically what's been happening since I've started downsizing the doses I'm taking, with the view to giving it up altogether very soon. Okay, I must say the actual coming down process was quite easy up until when I was taking 5 milligrams every day. That was no bother at all, I just carried on nicely. However, I then moved to taking 5 milligrams every other day, and I did that for a week or a week and a half or so. And that wasn't very pleasant, because basically what seems to be happening is that on the off days, every time I don't take one, I was starting to feel a bit dizzy, or dizzy is not the right word, but a sort of, I started to think, I thought initially that I was suffering from sinusitis, and then I started realizing that this was very peculiarly happening only on the off days. So I did definitely notice some sort of withdrawal effect there. My mood has been fine, although again, every time I take a step down, I go into a little cantankerous phase or something like that for a day or two. Nothing that you can't handle, but still you need to know. It's like, it would be a bit like, PMT or something like that. That's what I might compare it to. Sorry, forgive me, but anyway, that's what it's, I think, that's a little bit what it's like, you just get like, but that was only for a couple of days. After that, things were back to normal. Okay, but still, every other day, every off day, I was getting this sort of dizziness effect. And I thought, I don't really want to have to go through this for a whole month. So I then decided to go cold turkey, and so I just gave them up altogether. Now that lasted for about 4 days, at which point I was sort of dizzy every day, which wasn't very pleasant. Now I'm sure if I had persisted in that, it might have been okay by now, I don't know, but still, it didn't sort of go away quickly enough. And after about 4 or 5 days, I got pretty fed up with it, so I took one 5 milligram tablet, which had an amazing effect, because it sort of switched off the dizziness, like that. And also, I noticed that after that, for about 3 or 4 days, I was fine, and then the dizziness sort of returned, but I lost lower level. So it's definitely, I can definitely notice this build down effect, but it's not as smooth or as painless or unproblematic as I would have liked it to be. But it's nothing that you can't handle. Once you know that it's coming, once you know that you can expect certain mild effects like that, they're quite easy to handle and not too difficult to cope with. But I found that, rather than just carrying on taking them every other day, I am now stretching the period between taking them as far as I can. And yesterday, instead of taking 5 milligrams, and those little tablets are little rock hard little feckers, but anyway, I cut one in half and I took only half a tablet. So it's definitely on a very gentle slope downwards, and apart from those few little side effects, it's not too difficult. It's okay, but don't expect it to be a smooth ride. That's the only thing I would like to say at this point in time. But things are fine. Okay, alright, that was it, and I'll let you know when I'm completely off them.